guys, welcome back again. I know it's taken forever to do episode 2. I'm gonna assume it's probably gonna take me a while because every episode does take a lot of time for me, but but I'll keep them coming. So anyway, episode 2. Before we begin on that, we have 2 new characters that we need to meet here. I did a PowerPoint just because I felt like it, because I did that on the last 2, so, okay, wait, now how do I start this? Slideshow from beginning. Ah, sweet, okay. So we get to meet, and this is, I say this every episode, but this is from, Google Translate. Jiang is what they were saying on there. I forgot to look up how to say her name though. Liu, is it like Eugene? I don't know. She totally looks like a K-pop artist right here though. I think I read she is a singer though. Born in 1988. And then, oh wait, yeah, I have one more slide. We get to also meet Su-min, or Min-soo, sorry, Min-soo. Oh my goodness, it's been a long day. It's played by Rachel, I always just say Rachel Wang, but I don't think that's obviously not her Chinese name, but that's what came up, so I'm gonna go with that. She was born in 98. She's really pretty, too. Well, they both are, really. So we get to meet both of these characters in this episode. Okay, so I have my notes again, because this totally makes me nervous doing these. Apparently my cat's here to help for now. That's Pippa back there. Hi! Yep, she's here to help for now. Okay, so at the beginning of the episode, you get to see more of Seeming, which we didn't get to see very much of in the first episode, and you get to see his interaction with Lian Song, and it's the thing that I'm thinking is Seeming's a bit gullible. Is what I'm getting out of this. Lian Song's totally teasing him on here too. So like Seeming's telling him all about Donghwa's cooking, because apparently he's been in the kitchen attempting to cook, and he's just like hyping it up. Oh, it's so good, so good. And he's like, you know what? Come to the palace with me and try it. You know, but you gotta try this. And so Seeming's like, oh yeah, totally. And they get there and come to find out, Donghwa's cooking is horrible. Absolutely horrible. And Lian Song had just invited Seeming there to get out of tasting it again, because he's like, oh, you have to taste this stuff. And so he does, and it's so bad that Seeming passes out. So like I said, I think he's a little gullible. You'd think that he'd be used to it by now with how old those guys are, but so we get some more of Lian Song teasing, and like I said before, him and Donghua, their sense of humor is very similar. Come to think of it, so is Fengshu, sorry. And there's another, I'm like, I swear every episode there's at least one scene where the expressions that the characters give just make me laugh. So absolutely love it. And this is another one. So after Seeming passes out, Donghua comes down and kind of, standing by Lian Song, and they kind of look at each other, and they're both practicing poker face, you can tell, and like Lian Song's like, I don't know. Well, like Donghwa's looking at him kind of like there's no expression, but you know he's looking at him like he's thinking like, what did you do? I know what you did. But then Liansong keeps his poker face, but you can tell, like, at least for me, the thoughts that I think, the things that I'm thinking he's going through his head is, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't do anything. It's best poker faces. I love it. But you do get to see a little bit of emotion from Donghua in this one, because when he walks outside, they actually show you he smiles, because apparently he knows. I don't know if he knows. Well, he finds it amusing, and then I don't know. I'm trying to figure out, like, when I first watched it, I was like, okay, does he know that his cooking is bad and he's just pretending he doesn't know? Or does he not know? Either way, that the joke is hilarious to him, so you get a little smile. And this is where you actually get to first see Fengshu in this episode, and she sees him smile. And we learn from the maid, her friend, which I forgot her name. But the maid tells us, no, you do not want to see Donghua smiling, because if he's smiling, that means it's bad luck. Something bad's going on, or something bad's going to happen. When he smiles, it's never anything good. Never. And we know what it was, so we know it was a prank. So, I mean, I guess it wasn't good for Siming, right? Let's see. Fengshu being herself. That there's this thing called wait, let me get it right. Mufang butterfly, or Mufang butterfly. I forgot to look that one up too. Sorry, guys. She offers to take that to Zaihe, and I guess they had been spreading some incense or something like that, and it upset the butterfly, and it like makes this huge hurricane wind and blowing everything apart and bringing all this attention to Fengshu, and she does get in trouble. Definitely gets in trouble for the problem that created. Let's see, what other things did I figure out in here? Oh yeah, there's like this little part in between. I'm sure it's gonna come to play later on, but Donghua finds out that they have found Meng Hao, which is Jihang's father, who has been missing. He was one of Donghwa's generals, right? And that's another time you kind of get to see a little emotion from Donghua. He like drops his fishing pole. Like his face doesn't really change, but he drops his fishing pole, so you know he's kind of like, wait, what? But apparently this Meng Hao is in the Demon Lands. Mount... I need to... It's all the places that I keep forgetting to look up. Mount Baishui? Anyway, but he is a water dragon deity, and he's been imprisoned by the demons. Let's see. They used the queen as bait, and when Donghua is asking him about, like, you know, like, why are you here? What's going on? And because he's in love, and he's like, you wouldn't understand you wouldn't understand why I'm here, but I'm in love, and I want to stay here. So Donghua, he releases him from the chains and stuff, but he does leave him there because that's what he wants. We also we meet Jihang and Minsu right about here, and the what's his name? I forgot the name of the Lord of the Red Demon Clan. Oh, I forgot his name. But he wants Ji-hung to be engaged to Donghua because that's going to give him power and stuff. And she has to think about it. And she loves Min-su. And Yan Chi-woo loves Ji-hung. So this like this whole... You can tell this is going to be a big drama here. So where was I? Yeah. Let's see. We get to see more of Jae-hee's character. Very snotty, very jealous, very stuck up, just like I was saying before. She was, when she's getting mad at Fengshu for the Mufang butterfly, and Donghua comes walking in. She doesn't want him to see her, so she has her pushed into one of the ponds, and she's like blocking Donghua's view. He's like not letting him see, and he finally gives up, I guess, so he doesn't see her. But you can tell Chonglin is not fond of Jae-hee or how she treats the maids. Can totally tell, especially her. So let's see. We learned that Fengshu is good with animals, at least with butterflies so far, because she talks to the butterfly likes her, like total control. She loves that butterfly, and it helps her to clean the courtyard, because that's where her punishment, in order to stay at the palace, she had to clean the courtyard, and there's no way she's gonna get it done, and the Jae-hee's assistant keeps messing her up and stuff. So the butterfly, in return for healing her and being nice, cleans up the courtyard. And Jae-hee finds out, and she's super mad. So she sends the butterfly to the mortal realm, like the soul, I guess it is. And then the actual butterfly, she actually kills it. She puts it in a box and throws it in the pond, which super mean. So you can, yeah, her character's really, really bad, and she was really gonna throw her out for that, but Chonglin happens to be there, and he's definitely more sympathetic. He's very, but he intervenes, and her punishment is to be moved to the kitchen. And he keeps kind of like overriding Jae-hee, and he wins. And so Fengshu goes to the kitchens, and Jae-hee's totally pouting. You can tell she's gonna work out another way to. She does not want her foster brother Donghua to see her because she is beautiful. We'd find out Fengshu is a good cook. At least, it looks like she is. She likes her own cooking anyway. I don't think anybody else has tried it at this point. But it looks like she knows what she's doing. She daydreams while she's... I think it's while she's cooking. She daydreams about him. Like, yet another thing that reminds me of me. Always daydreaming. Let's see. Oh, yeah. So at the end, we get to see Ximing and Lian Song again. They're going to try a new version of Donghua's fish. I don't know if they're both going just because they both happen to be there, or they're both invited. I think they were both invited for like scripture study or something. And this is the part that really gets me thinking Donghua knows something. Like, because Donghua has Lian Song try it first. And you're thinking, oh, how sweet, this is payback for what he did to Ximing, and you know, like he takes a tiny piece and eats it and he's like choking on it, and you're thinking it's so sweet. But then Donghua takes a pair of chopsticks and walks over to Ximing and hands it to him and is like, okay, you do it too. So then that, oh, how sweet feeling goes like disappears, and you're like, I see. So now this is where I'm like, I think he knows that fish doesn't taste good, and he's doing it anyway. But he wants to see how people will react, because I'm like, because he's Dilraba. You know, this person you're supposed to respect, like, what are you gonna say to him, you know? So seeming he cannot, he's just shaking and shaking with this chopstick. It's hilarious. I love it. He cannot. And he passes out before he even tries the fish. So that, I guess that tells you how bad it is. And Lian Song, even though he had to try the fish, is enjoying this immensely. He's just grinning ear to ear, just watching him like, go ahead. Like he doesn't care. And so at this dinner, they're serving the dessert, and Fengshu is the one that's bringing it in, because the kitchen is busy, and they're like, okay, you take it in. But Zaihi finds out and blocks her. She comes out and she's like, no, you get out of the sight of my brother, you stay in the kitchens, threatening her as usual. Jealousy. And then the very last scene is another one of those things that hooks you, and you're like, oh, I gotta know. Because Fengshu, she starts to leave, but then she comes back, and she's like, no, I'm gonna come back. I need to meet Dilraba. It's been however long, and I haven't met him yet. It's time. And so it leaves you with her like peeking around the corner, thinking about going to meet him, and which you know is probably going to end up not in a good way, because it's Fengshu. She causes trouble wherever she goes. So anyway, definitely a little more character development, more of the sense of humor, more of seeming, definitely more of Zaihi. They really drill that in, that she is super jealous and just not a very nice person. And you actually get to see more of Chonglin too, and you get to see that he's very sympathetic, and he he tries to help where he can, and he's a very good servant, or whatever. What does he do? I know he serves Dilraba. So, but anyway, yeah, I think that's all I got to say about that. Hopefully that was good enough. Hopefully it wasn't too long. I tried to kind of summarize the episode while bringing out some of the points of the characters. So hopefully, and I apologize for pronunciation again. So hopefully it won't take too long for episode 3, but I will get to it, I promise. And for now, I'll see you guys next time.